With the situation with you in 2009, you, Ryu, and Scoop DeVille create the Get Busy Committee, right? You guys released the album, Uzi Does It. You guys did something amazing with the Uzi-shaped USB sticks. Now, the second album never comes out, Opening Ceremony. When I interviewed Ryu, he said that you were going through a lot of health issues at that time, and him and Scoop were still working on stuff with the intention of like Bun B held down UGK when Pimp C got locked up, but he felt that you took it like they abandoned you.
It was a complex thing. Like Ryu and I are totally good after that, right? But there was a time period where I felt shitty about it. And keep in mind, just for reference, like Ryu and I just got closer even after that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Ryu came through for my wedding. We talk and all this shit. But at that time, it wasn't even about it. I was dealing with severe panic disorder, anxiety, agoraphobia, because my father was dying of cancer at that time. And he was really bad. My father was dying of cancer. I had pancreatitis brewing in my body and I didn't even know it. So it was probably putting my system into fight or flight mode, right? And I was just felt crazy. I felt fucked up. So I couldn't even leave my house some days, okay? Like to go to the grocery store. The agoraphobia was fucking nuts. It was panic disorder and general anxiety, derealization, depersonalization, and agoraphobia all at once. There were days where I didn't want to off myself, but there were days where I just didn't want to wake up. I would have been happy if I didn't wake up at all. And that was the worst point of my life. And at that point, we were riding high from all the acceptance of Get Busy Committee. We got added to K-Rock, we got added a regular rotation on K-Rock, a huge rock station in LA. Snoop Dogg, Mike Shinoda, everybody was wanting us to pop off. In this second album, the stakes had gone higher. Our budgets had gone up. We had an incredible video that Two-Tone was about to shoot. Two-Tone from, at the time, it was True Love and False Idols, and then they turned to the very successful company Born and Raised. Two-Tone was like a part of our group, and Two-Tone is an incredible graph writer and fucking hilarious human being, and he just had a lot to do with our Get Busy Committee project and a lot of our visuals, you know, like the koala wearing the Raiders hat and shit, and the Uzi, all that shit came from his visuals and his ideas. And so everything ramped up at the time where shit hit the fan for me. And bro, like I said, I couldn't even go to the fucking store, the grocery store. Sometimes I had a hard time getting up and taking a shower in the morning because I just felt so fucking unreal and mentally tortured. And these guys, they got very frustrated with it because A, they hadn't experienced it, right? They got what I was going through, and they knew I was going through something, rather. I'm sorry. They knew I was going through something, but they didn't really understand it. And Ryu was like, yo, just get on a flight, bro. I'll fly you out here. I'll get you with the best doctors. And I'm like, I don't think you fucking understand. I'm not going to the store. Never mind go to a fucking airport and fly to LA. I will be done for. Like, and I went to go see a doctor, and a doctor prescribed me the wrong shit, which threw gasoline on the fire. Like,
Happens all the time.
I was on the wrong meds, and bro, I spun out. It felt like fucking, I just felt like, I talk about this in one of the songs. I felt like fucking Sid Barrett. Like I felt like my cheese had slid off my cracker. And at this time, in the early 2010s, like 2010, 2009, there was not good mental health. There's not the greatest mental health help now. And at that point, there was very fucking little. And
not a lot of awareness around it. So to Ryu and Scoop's credit, you know,
sure,
it
I don't
wasn't
fault him.
heightened at that time. Yeah.
Ryu wasn't doing it to be mean. He just did not understand what I was going through and
Right.
didn't understand how real it was. And people, everybody were still on some like, yo, just don't stress it. You gotta fucking just face it head on. And I'm like, no, no. And it was definitely the darkest, worst point of my entire life. This moment right here. Go ahead.
So like for you, what do you think like triggered that situation? Like was it like your old trauma as a child, or was it because of
Yeah.
what you were going through with your dad at the time?
It was a perfect storm. And I think it was this, right? I think it was everything, because I've had panic attack that comes and goes in my life. And you know, I used to stress when it would hit me, but now I realize like it's a roller coaster. It comes and it goes, it comes and it goes. And now I just ride the wave. Like right now, I'm even right now at a bad point, but I'm highly functional now because I'm so knowledgeable about what this shit is. So even when I'm having a little mini panic attack, I just ride it out. Like it's like being in turbulence. You know, I know it's going to end in a little bit. So I just thug it out. I drive around and sometimes I'm driving and I have a fucking shitty little panic attack and it fucks me up. But I ride it out and I thug it out and tough it out. And, you know, at that time, like you said, Ryu and them, they didn't understand or know what the fuck. Oh, back to the perfect storm, though, thing. So it's from my childhood for sure. And then my dad dying of cancer and me seeing that happening. And also my dad was doing stuff like he had dementia because the cancer had moved to his brain, a tumor. So he would call me and harass me on some like, why aren't you helping me shit? And it would fuck with my head. He still, you know, was on his iPhone regularly and he's calling me throughout the day, just fucking with me because he's out of it, you know? Then he started to lose his language and his everything. And just so people know, I was close with my father. My father was my fucking guy. You know what I'm saying? Like we were close. Like I loved him. He's my best friend. He was my dad, you know? And I was so fucked up over that. And then I didn't know it, but like I said, I was at a very unhealthy level with my pancreatitis. And I was predisposed to high triglycerides anyway in your bloodstream. And I was eating really, really, really bad. And so my triglycerides were just going through the fucking roof. And I think that when my body was under attack, I didn't really understand it, but my body was under attack. And I think that pushed my brain more into fight or flight because your mind is like, something's wrong. We're getting fucked up. So all those things just pushed me to a level that I could not have maintained. Like I was lucky that it passed. My father died. And when my father died, days after, my pancreas just fucking shit the bed. And that was terrifying because I just started throwing up violently, ripped like the muscles in my stomach and my back throwing up. I had to be brought to the hospital to get hydrated. And everybody thought it was like nerves from my father dying, right? I didn't even get to go to his funeral. No closure, no funeral, no nothing like that. I'm in the hospital in critical condition for a week and a half. Critical condition. They were preparing my family that I might not make it. They were letting them know that there's a chance that I might not make it. My cousin, my fucking younger cousin, went and got a fucking apathy tattoo because he thought I was going to fucking die. And it was a really wild time. But when my dad died and then I got out of the hospital and I lost a fuck ton of weight, like my levels all dropped to zero. Like my bad levels, all my, they got me turned around. You know what I'm saying? Like all the bad levels that were my cholesterol were crazy. Everything evened out and was low. When that happened, all this panic and anxiety and all these fucked up feelings that I had just being out in the world were fucking gone. I had never felt so good. I don't ever remember feeling that good. Like I walked out of the hospital like, oh my God, I was, you know, driving on highways with no anxiety, going anywhere with no fucking anxiety. I felt amazing. So for me, when I think that when I was under attack and unhealthy, my anxiety was so high that when my levels got totally returned to normal, my anxiety went way down. That makes me think that living shitty and eating the wrong things and having these things go wrong with your body greatly add to panic and feeling unsafe and feeling shitty.
Absolutely. Like all of your health is connected, mental, emotional, everything, your also
Health,
physical
everything.
health. Yeah.
Right.
But so why not put out the album opening ceremony?
Because we had a falling out with Scoop. And I still to this day, I don't know if did Ryu talk about it? Because I don't.
No, he didn't talk about it.
Still to this day, I'm not 100% sure of what the falling out was about. And it just got sloppy, man. Like Scoop was like our little brother. We were close. We were with Scoop every fucking day too. And then Scoop, I think Scoop had a falling out with his manager, Ryan Tohill, who was really close friends with Ryu and was a good friend of mine too. And Scoop and Ryan, his ex-manager, had a falling out and they had problems with each other. And that's their personal problems. I'm not going to talk about their personal business, right? But then that spilled over into, I think Ryu was like, hey, listen, I can't stand by and have you guys beef either. I don't want to get in the middle of it, and I'm also not going to condone shit. So I think that caused a bigger rift too. And then there was a time period where, Scoop's dad, Kid Frost, who I grew up being a fan of, he got pissed. He thought I was trying to, because I was working on the Army of the Pharaohs album at the time. And I wrote some lyrics on Twitter that were literally from one of my Army of the Pharaohs verses. And Kid Frost thought it was me going at Scoop or making a threatening thing. And it's literally, I don't remember what bar it is. Maybe if I listened to that Pharaoh album, it was literally a fucking bar from the Pharaoh album. And because that's what I do. I just talk shit. So that created a bigger rift. And Kid Frost was upset. And Scoop was upset. And we had arguments on the phone. And there was also a time period where I was really trying hard to work with Scoop and work things out, and it just didn't work out. And we just fell farther and farther and farther apart. And then at one point, like when I became a Freemason, and then Ryu became a Freemason, I think it really bothered Scoop. Scoop thought it was some crazy conspiracy theory shit, and it really bothered him. And then Scoop and Ryu got to be, civil and pretty cool again, but I guess it's just too far for me and Scoop. I don't know. I don't care. I wish him. He's one of the most talented human beings I've ever met. Scoop has a heart of gold, like for sure. It just, I don't know what fell apart, and it's all good, man. Because I'm over here in Connecticut dealing with my life. He's out in L.A. dealing with his life. But he's so fucking talented. It's unreal, man. The dude is fucking an anomaly.
You've squashed a lot of issues with people over the years. One you recently spoke about too. I forgot who it was, but it was at a show or something like that.
Louis Logic.
Yes, there you go. Louis Logic. Right. So is there no possibility that you and Scoop could eventually just have a conversation? And
I hope so. I'm hoping. I'm the one who's hoping for it. Okay. I've even reached out to a mutual friend that we have. And I'm like, yo, tell Scoop, what's up, man? I miss him. Because we were tight, man. We were together all the time. And I know we had a falling out, and it's not like we fought. We didn't physically fought. No one stole from each other. There was no crazy fallout. It's just, I don't know. And maybe he just doesn't give a fuck to repair that. I mean, he's busy. He's a busy guy. He's a popular young guy. And it's all good with me. I have no negativity. I wish him the best, man. I think he's a fucking dope fucking producer. And he's a sweet, real nice guy. It's just, if it gets repaired, I'll be happy as a pig in shit, bro. I'll be happy as fuck. I was happy as a pig in shit with Louis Logic and I repairing our friendship.
Because it just seems like it's more of like life happened and there was misunderstandings and maybe like not as much, compassion for people's situations. And it really didn't call to this level. You know what I'm saying? Where like you guys didn't talk for this long.
The other thing too is just like, who the fuck has the bandwidth to maintain every relationship they've ever had? Some stuff's just
That's
not
true.
meant to be in your circle, in your cipher all the time. You know, like I got people who I love so much, but I just don't have time to constantly and consistently interact with them. And I wish I did. You know, I wish I had more times. Because right now, even with the people who are in my life, there's times where my kids say heartbreaking shit to me. They're like, Daddy, please get off the phone. You're talking to people on the phone too much. And I'm like, fuck, they're right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm with my kids all the time. I'm super present with my kids, but there's times where I definitely do spend too much time on the phone, you know?
Right.
So it's like, how much more do I add? Do I get back everybody? Do I, you know, this goes back to like, we're talking about the verses. Like, how many people do I work with? What do I keep loading my plate with? How much boundaries should I set up? You know, like I say this, Scoop was a great time in my life. We did so much. I have so many fucking good memories with him. I have so much good music we made together. If for some reason we organically are down with each other again, I'll feel so blessed by God. And but otherwise, you know, if whatever happens, happens. It's God's will.
Ryu said opening ceremony is amazing. It would have took you guys to another level.
It's unfathomable how dope it is. Unfathomable. It's fire. It is absolute fucking fire. A lot of the songs got leaked. Like the song Boys and Girls was hilarious. We sampled fucking Kindergarten Cop. Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. You know what I'm saying? But it's good. Like it's fucking fire. I Love LA. I think that got released. We had this song called Laura Ling. Just so much dope shit, man. We had so much fucking dope shit. I still got the whole album. I have the whole thing. You know, we didn't finish the song, but we had a song I still got the verse. We got a Busta Rhymes verse. And yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we were in the studio with Busta Rhymes. We were working with Busta. And
That's crazy.
Scoop was working with Busta. And we were in there for like 2 or 3 days. I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 days. The singer MIA was in there. David Banner was in the same studio. It was dope.
Shit.
Yep.